door seems to be locked.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicines.
Okay, here. I hope Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
A colourful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarette. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
This again? Really?
Let's get one thing straight. You can't tell a man to
Listen, despite his hostile exterior, this one's got massage his ego, feed him a few grapes, make him...
Now what makes you think I know how to turn back time? What do you mean by big-time racist, exactly?
He's looking for signs of deceit.
Are you mocking me right now, Runt? People think it's so easy being a lorry driver. Well,
The rumbling in your stomach says there's something...
You know, I get funny looks from people all the time. I know they're looking at my gut. I can see that. Big fucking deal. A guy put on a little weight. Who cares?
He's really got himself worked up now. Dangerous stores of pent-up emotion there. He grinds a cigarette butt into the pavement and quickly lights another. This fool...
So, you heading off or what? Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
A small cabinet on the...
Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope so.
A colourful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both the Pale Age vodka is special, I guess. Sure. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister.
Looking for something, Hunt?
This again?
Let's get...
Listen, massage.
Now, what makes you think I know how to... What do you...
He's looking for signs.
Are you mocking me right now, Runt? People think it's so easy being a lorry driver. Well, it isn't, okay?
The rumbling in your stomach says there's something not quite right with this one.
You know, I get funny looks from people all the time. I know they're looking at my gut. I can see that. Big fucking deal. A guy put on a little weight. Who cares?
He's really got himself worked up now. Dangerous stores of pent-up emotion there. He grinds a cigarette butt into the pavement and quickly lights another. In reality, there is no culture war, but there is a struggle for mating privileges. Always has been. And this man is outgunned and completely ill-equipped for this conflict. This really isn't about you right now. It starts with the genetic lottery. A few are born handsome, imposing giants, while most, like this guy, are just average. The less fortunate have an underdeveloped limb, a sense missing, or worse. But there's a lot one can do with average, and this guy hasn't. Now past his prime, it's unlikely he ever will. While others dominate the killing fields, he will sink to the bottom of the mating pool. It's his defeatist, self-pitying mentality, a sense that the world owes him a mate because he perceives himself to be a good guy. The ladies don't like that. It isn't sexy. He isn't interested in evolving, improving, or working for it. He thinks by just being, he is entitled to love and respect. But the truth is, there's 100 million men like him competing for every single female out there. And his attitude virtually guarantees he'll never come out on top. It's a vicious cycle He's unlikely to ever break. The lack of female affection makes him bitter. His bitterness, in turn, reduces his chances of gaining that affection. Easily. How do you know it already hasn't? And maybe he wouldn't be such a bigot if he had found love sooner. But so it goes.
You still with us, Runt? Or are you just gonna stand around like a glue sniffer? Ah, that old song. People today, they only look at what's on the surface. These women, they all want a guy who looks like Kipty the Kipt over there.
Yeah. Who in their right mind would judge a book by its cover, lorry man?
They don't care if you're a good guy. They're superficial creatures. That's just the truth. I'll believe it when I see it. Whatever,
It's not. It's really not.
Time, yeah? Listen, man. Do you even understand how hard we've got it? How completely stacked the whole rotten deck is against people like you and me?
He's not listening at all. Just circling the drain. The lorryman looks at you like he can't decide whether he wants to smash something or break down in tears. The silence is heavy and uncomfortable.
No, I can't help you. And I'll tell you why. 'Cause you're a runt and an asshole.
The lieutenant doesn't utter a word, but his face says, "I told you so." This fool is a colossal waste of time. There's no Kingsman inside him, just self-loathing and entitlement. Let's keep searching. You see rows of toy soldiers, big men,
Franco-Niger.
a long, long time ago. They're not...
This is what the loyalists look.
Which ones?
This set of...
You're probably... I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
All the old boomboxes are there, blinking and waiting to whirl. All but one. Yours.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Tequila sunset. I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift. Classy. The tale... there are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Hett is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal. Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? Well, yes, but it's the man on the horse that's of interest here. A man...
The pause is long and dramatic.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit. Searching for the legendary found cap that went...
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless found rider riding on the back of another headless man. If I hadn't lost my keys that one time, I'd agree with you. But life is a cruel mistress. Gertrude Hett may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Ponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season. The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless found rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal. Her body is never recovered.
Naturally, Ula de Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless found rider and that she ran, fearing for her life. During the the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story. No, she committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle. her face slowly peeling off the ceiling. Not a pretty scene.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed. Anyway, that's the story of the Headless Foul Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Hard to argue with that.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated. Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport.
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really...
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfect. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories? No one knows.
He won't, though. Because it's just a stupid legend.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
I actually do have one. The strangest of them. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story. It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry.
It's you again. What is it?
You see a heavy...
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down. The golden boy returns once more. My friend, the mailman, you're in my inner circle.
Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding an old woman has it, and let me tell...
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one...
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving...
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
I already have.
She will be there from 2200 hours till...
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Great, Harry. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing... Mega rich lightbending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there? Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich lightbending guys. Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect. No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, he'll bring the others. All 3 of them. Thank you for telling me. I'll see to this immediately. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, what's on your... Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else? I don't know. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew? Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
The door seems to be locked.
It's you again. What is it?
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drink...
Huh? You got a problem with beer?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Speak for yours.
They don't know, man.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape.
So what? What do you want from me?
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus is hiding nothing. Titus?
You want to talk to her? Fine, talk to her.
Everybody has...
So long as you treat her.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank...
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
You
I don't understand what...
Nothing.
Whatever you calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup. Something is...
Was like that...
Okay, enough. All of this is...
You did it...
It would help if...
All right.
Here you go, boss.
I know.
How well...
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months. If you must. Remember what I said.
Officer, what was that? You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Okay, that's manageable. Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me.
His opinion of you has lowered. The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
This medicine cabinet is full of pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. The lieutenant glances at the rows of pills. Then, at the door. You could say he's on the look among some foreign, probably Messinian, or Gotvaldia. Nothing of note. The further you look, the more... This medicine cap pharmaceuticals line the shelf.
Anything of note?
Among some foreign, probably Messinian, or got nothing of note. The further you look, pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. The lieutenant glances at the rows of pills. Then, this window, smooth following your lead. The lieutenant...
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced? Maybe it isn't. I mean, 20...
Looks like it.
You know which window is not? Yes, that one. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind will catch a single white flower between your... The young woman, the lieutenant... The same small, heavy door.
I don't know. It is not the... I don't know.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your...
The vigilantes? The cadaver?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You kick it.
All right.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode and punish. The door is... It's pain.
Suck on that door.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises.
All right.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode. The sturdy wood door. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. Something cracks. It is an unbelievably
Nice.
filling you with a belief.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in? I don't know about that.
It totally was. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, 3 weeks maximum from the dust cover.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent...
Large prints, most likely.
The size looks about the same, actually. No, these little...
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You see a heavy steel door with a
There must be a key somewhere. Probably.
over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle.
The pinball machine? Gold is gold. A little.
Feels like a lot.
Ah, great.
Cornelius, go get the game on, finger boy. Those flippers are ready. The theme of the peak of areas around the playfield, above the painting of a moustached man. Indeed, think of them as balls. It takes a while. Go.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy, an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is suddenly a special maneuvering a goat. The words power.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. This can be navigated. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, finger. Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you. This small elevator smells. This elevator must have been used to transport people.
Seems so, although it's...
So this is... The lieutenant looks around, the dusty crap.
At some point, 20... Looks like it. Downstairs.
Remember the dice?
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin...
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager... He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes...
Stupid superstition. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their... They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like riding a copper-cycle.
There is the tiniest bit of flattery in there. The way her eyes move from...
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough. Good on you, boy. She can take it.
Yeah. It's...
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there. Cool. I think I'm developing a pinch of that, too. It hasn't done wonders to my taste in interior decoration. I did not. Mystery solved, then.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
A peephole?
Yes, looking...
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
Okay.
Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is...
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure.
Huh. This isn't good. Okay. I'm glad someone...
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
How long have you...
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. I always...
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it.
Okay. It's a bit early in the morning for...
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Is it? It is afternoon. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she...
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. I'm sorry, I can't...
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
They're frequent. Overdrink.
There must be more to it. You should return to this topic after you've...
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
And his role?
I think he was in a security detail.
And they lynched him for...
She nods.
We partied. With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder.
She breathes.
Should we head by downstairs?
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
This window is pristine on the inside. This window is pristine.
Hey, was there something you needed? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked. Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you. Okay, what is back there? Yes, haha. What's actually behind there? There is no gaping maw. If you don't want to tell me...
But please do still tell me.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was...
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That...
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good... Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of... He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. Does this look like part of it for 14...
He's done a fine job too.
Yeah, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion. Some real estate management company. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate.
It was you?
You're surprised. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Atelier.
Good pick.
What about?
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share.
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful. Luck is...
Against the doom.
So, if you didn't have anything else... What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? Yes?
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
The homosexual underground? Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Well, I am one of them. One of the Sub Rosa pleasure group, congregating in cellars, or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life. Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of ideas. And mysteries, of course, too. Sure thing, officer. What do you want to know next? Well, here's to you. You did? And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Why not? He has keys. And he likes the view. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return. To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. That it is. Hmm? You did? And how did you... Ah, shoot. Hmm? You did? Ah, shoot. Hmm? What about... Bye-bye, gendarme.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes speaks loud. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely. An old call box with a matrix of East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the... Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your... There's a strange metallic taste fills your mouth.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God, I didn't think I...
Wait, is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery parts.
Ever since I came to... As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about...
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs, real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Her sound. This is where you hung up the call. The phone rings in the office with an old, no one her words.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something...
That is true. Silence. No one answers your call.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance. Goodness, you were already doing good. Everything is...
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Truth be told, but you don't learn about the important things. I provide a value. The truth is available if you just know where to look.
She smiles and nods. A small mountain of colorful board game and endless. There's also books in a board game section. There's a box. That price is nonsense for anemic Beano clods.
Lousy. I've heard they turn people into a wonderful brow.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends? Are you actually friends?
Then you're... For playing with friends, I'd...
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks, featuring an extremely muscular...
Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale.
Vigilance officer? What can this old carabinier do for you? I prefer the old name. Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck. You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
You stirred up some bad memories there.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you have to wait for at least a month.
6 crumbling pet.
This is the Insulindian.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that.
Maybe. Yes, but not the revolution. It's about girls and boys.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene. No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed well.
Everything's still cool here. The shine on these. These are all.
It's you again. What is it? Fuck!
You've hit enough.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything.
Oh, shut.
She's just in the night. Yeah, she's crazy.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my...
His hands become...
And you went.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists...
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you,
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T.
Here, jerkwad.
Another apocalypse. This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point...
You think we go...
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Yeah, we have...
Understood? You've listened...
Since way...
Things got nice and quiet after that. Yeah. Try not to whack off to it.
What's on it?
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
The porter reel is you push.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more still.
There's more going on here than we know.
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? A village on the... Who knows?
A symbol of soul.
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? You're back. Good. What can I help?
Does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno...
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a This window is...
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
She puts her coffee with a soft ring. This does not surprise.
Did he?
She doesn't care. If any...
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
The phrase was used.
Yeah. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing... He liked the way... He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. He was like the
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. Sounded like...
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality. Afraid of what? Had I...
Did he tell you he had...
No.
There is a small... What kind of...
Thank you for clearing that.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles. She looks at the...
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. A martial arts...
Samurai boxing, or Sambo. Graceful martial...
Why?
Or an admirer? She watches you pocket the petals, then closes her eyes as she breathes in the cigarette fumes.
Like, for example, his name...
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name.
A nickname?
I guess.
Lilies. We have a few...
The young woman, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Oh.
It's clear she liked it.
Sure. Service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are stuck. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." And so it goes. Star after star. Oh yeah. No thank.
Go on.
He was a blue. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the seminar. Change of topic, perhaps? He was
42.
He had many. We even said...
We were slightly off.
A miss. The adversary one.
In Oranje.
Leilstad.
You were almost right.
Her eyes follow yours. On. She doesn't mind this questioning. On the contrary, she enjoys thinking back to him now.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? See? There's something off here. This one must know she's deploying flares and countermeasures.
Yes. Light part in this way.
He had a combat wound on his...
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking.
Ah, yeah.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily.
The young woman nods.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. Oh, yes.
A bitter cringe. It hurts.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
I didn't exactly. With nail clip.
So.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever.
Thanks. I don't know.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. Like I said, a little.
Like you partied with...
No.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me. Pretty much.
Warming them.
How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now? Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
Good, yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Why not? I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, below the damage. How old are you? You could ask either one of them.
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best.
I don't know. 1, 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is a newborn cop who doesn't remember he's a cop?
You're not.
Sure he is. You know.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush, and... This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright orange bottle with Preptide, and your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol by San Baptiste. A proud... This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old... There it is, the orange sun wearing blister pack. Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here it's been used. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth. The fan stands still. The window stands broken in its front. The morning light.
It's you again. What is it? And
that fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her?
I can confirm that.
I see what you're doing there.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo then.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
You can say that again, copper. Right here.
Here we go. Bump it hard. Your fist connects with his. Hard. The slam is audible. You can almost hear his bones ring. Your knuckles tingle, life-affirmingly. A flash of pain, like slamming your fist against iron. He is stronger than he looks. And he looks like Vermut Kazai.
And now you, Bina Claude.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses, then extends his curled fist and taps Titus's bruised knuckles. A bond has been formed. Not bad.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
That's all right, Glenn. I just thought, I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now. Yeah, maybe.
He does not sound very convinced anymore.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too.
Come on, Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too.
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said,
Fuck off!
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. Yeah. What is this?
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one.
Officer, You will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm, a Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is smaller. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too old for a shot like that now.
Suddenly, there's an awful ringing in your ears. Your body to your right, you sense the air move. You only manage more dead cops. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright and your chest swells with pride. Look, it's... This medicine cabinet is stocked. There it is. The orange sun. Silent feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it.
It's you again. What is it? And
that fucker wasn't a
dark.
Sounds like.
What did she have to say?
I see.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo.
Yes.
Funny.
Seems like.
Right.
Please try.
This is just.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also.
Yeah, they're all
It's all right.
Yeah.
You wanted to.
I just got 2 words. You can.
Here we go. Your fist.
And now.
The lieutenant. A bond. Not bad.
I asked for your opinion. Not a bedtime story. Yeah. Why don't you? Yeah.
He doesn't sound very convinced anymore.
All right.
There's less.
Come on, Dave.
You know what? Next time. That. Yeah. What is?
How do we make it 100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling it.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Oh, you want more good options? Here we go. So good.
I think you're losing it, Fiddle.
No.
He'll put the fiddle down. Put it...
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but the
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's being fat. Just remember, it's about... Huh? He'll get...
Got it. Keep...
Bring that...
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right?
It was...
That's Officer. Fire up. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying. The lieutenant, what? Go for it.
No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm too old for a shot like that now.
Suddenly, to your right, you owe more...
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus. Just remember it. Huh? He'll get...
Got it.
Bring that...
Yes, I understand, Alain.
It was...
That's Officer. Fire up. He's onto you. He knows...
No. I'm not gonna do it.
To your right, you sense the air move. You only more...
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus. Just remember. Huh? He'll get...
Got it.
Bring that...
Yes, I understand.
It was...
That's Officer. Fire up. He's onto you. He knows what... The lieutenant... What? Go for it.
We didn't kill her.
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty!
Dennis! Angie.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Me too.
He nods.
You hang the corpse to cover up the real cause of death.
What? We're not sure. Probably a bullet.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least...
Classier came down. It looked like she... I've done this.
Good analogy.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus. We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking... dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. In a manner.
Remember the...
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message. Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk. You may have no... They can't their power.
That's all he...
And why would...
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with... Nah, he's my brother.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Yeah.
Bet their father's named Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
You do that. She... Klausya came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But...
Still, after all this headache...
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
This window.
It's always good to...
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her...
I understand. I knew that for what it's worth. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were...
Is she implying the Hardy boys are the law?
I know that. But the people around here... You're right. You answered.
Briefly, a grand expanse, the Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then...
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal.
What exactly?
Industrial with a bigger...
I need the name.
The job was loose.
But she...
As to who...
Laws cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries.
Sure, a lot.
That can wait.
She
says out of guilt.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? Drugs are good. I also do those. I try to bargain with myself. We were there, okay. I turned back. I knew he...
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
It was heavy. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She looks down with a wince. She throws it.
I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than you.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down.
Run, woman. Run past them.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. Sylvie was tending. Ruby was there.
Ruby?
Ruby.
The leader?
The Hardy Boys. Well...
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great...
Would you say she is the 8th?
Why not?
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
No.
Still, there is something there.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. That I can't leave a paper trail. She said she'd take...
To produce...
Yes.
We complete...
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby went outside. It took Ruby... Ruby said... I don't know. I haven't...
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boy.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass. I thought they'd found me, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however...
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet.
I don't ask you.
If they want to kill me, they'll kill me. If they want to toy with me, they will. She's come to this conclusion weeks ago.
Because I'm an...
Which idiot? She's nothing of the sort.
You have to... He kept...
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not...
Last week.
You should have another look at that window after this. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation. I was just thinking...
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't make the goddamn call either. Why would she? She was too busy abusing morphine and cocaine. Arrest her immediately.
I did. What is this? There was an older...
That is the... Anyone could know.
What time did you make?
Thursday night.
It checks out.
But I know that...
You sense a little welcome to the wake-up club.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no.
But there's nowhere to go.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She's silent for a second, gearing up for this betrayal.
Ruby. She has this thing for me.
What she's saying is...
And more. When I started...
I don't understand.
She said she's in love with me.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Yes, but what was their relationship outside this unequal power dynamic?
We spent a lot of time together, listening to the radio and such. She had great milieus, and she was good company. I was sorry it had to end.
What was that question about? She's feeding her friend to the wolves here.
I know, somehow...
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
You said there was a secret route there, right? She could have come up through there, then taken this shot. Right here, where I stand.
Then slipped back downstairs with...
Interesting theory. Did she know that door?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when, She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there.
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her. Okay. And what? Arrest the liar. Why? She told us some pretty interesting... Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Thank you.
Something tells you, you will. She slowed. You are. This is not the end of this.
Clausier Amandu. I'm afraid.
Why is that?
Because it's been.
Thank you for your...
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep trying. If I...
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Look, officer, I do...
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents.
It's all...
Why else?
I'm the kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect. No, I'm not.
She doesn't seem to be overly...
My colleague has an exploratory sense of humor.
He's thinking, I like this kind of prodding, whatever the situation. It may...
Okie dokie. Something's... Oranese literature. Fear fail.
What about Revacholian literature?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and seer... That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero. I'm 28. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. A bad memory, officer, of life.
What's so bad?
Nothing.
The conference centers are filled with people who get...
Sooner or later, everyone does. The record, so official.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. This window is pristine on the golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. Too hot, like the witness said, the man looks direct from the roof outside. Location A prime. But the man does not know the bullet has entered. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a there could have been. Then the rain at 72%. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony. None that you found, that's a 28%. According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likely. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? Okay, well, it would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling.
It's you again. What is it? Why? Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't...
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
A sudden flash of light.
Because she was here.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No.
That's a lie.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she...
All right, you got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
How?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Weird? How? You're wearing the pinball maker's coat.
Was run by a fella called Nerflock something, who wore a yellow dust coat like the one you have on right now. Weird guy.
Okay, but...
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down.
That's quite the theory.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? Footprint.
The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for...
That close, huh? Good news is, I'm still listening. Firmly does but a route.
Phase 2. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it...
God damn.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Okay.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
Now what the hell?
He's trying to woo us with...
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
It does?
Yes.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it.
Phase 3. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never will.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk.
Time for a logics demonstration. He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Yeah. Like what? A thing? You mean?
Behind his squinting eye.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Yeah? No.
You what?
Come on, Glenn.
I did.
She didn't fuck you.
Ruby then threatened her, and...
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. And that's so...
And then, but...
If it's true. But it's not. Right?
There's no...
Man,
Okay.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like it.
Nah, man.
Plus, man.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Not
fucking.
Betrayal is not painless. Even a doubt, silent. The old, this is the old.
Yeah. I don't. She was afraid I would...
She knew there's a...
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. Friday afternoon, I told you. You. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Yeah. That's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought, she's not...
Good fucking...
Yeah.
She's not...
She's not, Glenn. Now look...
Where have you looked?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here. So, sure, I hear they have a shack where junk...
We will start.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. No, what?
She said...
What?
We were talking...
This guy...
There you have it. Pale something. It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head?
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks. The trap is poor things.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There
Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you. That's a good impression. You really...
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
I'm out, of course.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Oh, Jetty, oh, Jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
It's pornographically poor. The street has... I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet.
Dark eyes survey.
Fortunately for...
All right. Politics time. Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
Oh, I'm not Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Celindian. I'm guessing... Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation. I knew you. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Of course. I hear you have single...
There's a gap where the name of...
Yes. My suggestion is, don't. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder...
She's being...
There was a murder.
Would you now? I know how this works. That you are, Dark Omen. Help your... I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village...
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time. It's getting cold.
Hello again. No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I own... Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation in...
Come on, get in. The warm's... Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Hi again. So, how things going? And? What happened? Oh, man. Who is he? What did you... Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Yeah. No.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
But he's likely... I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a mate? I guess it's not a... Everyone... Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about... But she's in there somewhere, as always.
The young man with...
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibadis.
Your cop training.
Huh? I see you a sticker.
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Good, good. What did you want to know? Simplicity. Well, the sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. It is. Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And we're all the same. He defeated this present mode, or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats. It should be sold, but not by us. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Nah. Still strongly... You heard me.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has...
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Is there something...
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags. To war... Truthfully, this seems like a very poor... It's not possible.
It does look extremely rickety.
Those?
Still, you felt it was there. It's glowing in the darkness. see. That patch of reeds over there, it's a great you don't have nothing. The trap is forth.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story.
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just... Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were, guess...
If it is...
Gone.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the... He didn't respect... Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years. Us work life didn't...
This is neither a... She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another. Better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action. You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea? What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober? Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I have, and I don't really.
You just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk? Walks are innocent.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator. Where would this walk take us, officer?
Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it eerie and simple.
Officer, I thought we had a walk of our own in mind. One that results in a solved murder investigation.
Oh no. You, come with us. Seriously, I insist. You need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just...
Having the lieutenant along is a fail-safe measure against any possible funny business.
Fine. The date is dropped.
You made her sad. She actually really wanted to go.
The waves are beginning to die down.
Our tenant, the policeman, a lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song. Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is.
Yes, it does.
The legend! He's back. And thirsty. I got smokes and piss and a little... My kind of guy. Here you go, friend.
Don't call her. Yeah! Don't call Abigail. Uh-huh. Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her, you're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me? Abigail? Don't call Abigail!
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible. He snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
There's no use.
The drunk.
Don't.
There was little chance he'd...
Tequila sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Wonderful. Not much. This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8 magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff. No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions. Hey, hey! Fuck you, Tequila. All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people. You know, obsessive types. People with predilections. Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me. I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all. Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez.
And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then, something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand. You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong. It's super healthy. Your brain tells you so. And when has your own brain ever lied to you?
Hey, Tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine." I know, Tequila. I know. But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly 1/4 kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will...
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this 1/4 key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions...
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic. My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
The archaeologists...
Bullshit.
I'm pretty sure they all just...
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong.
Don't listen to him or his grandma.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just a minute.
What?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production. It's just not feasible within the economic...
I have to agree. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in some...
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast?
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show...
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Failure to comply. I am the police. Don't move. Lateral vascular neck restraint. Carotid sleeper. Carotid sleeper.
Be careful, detective. Don't do it.
You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can... This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Status unconfirmed. No.
There's a scenario.
What's the situation?
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
Resisting arrest. Confined quarters. Drop your head. Come in, dispatch. Come in, fuck.
She's frantic.